Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kakadash, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstones, all the brothers in this truth, spreading this word, salvation to the elect. You know, I just got home, so, the Spirit was on me just to do a little quick video. And, the first question that came to my head was not good to you? Not coming from me, but, coming from Yahweh, you know, especially throughout the scriptures, we see a lot of examples. I'm only gonna pull a couple, but we see a lot of examples of Yahweh being good to us. Wasn't he good to us? Like throughout everything. That's the part of being circumcised, spiritually circumcision, is being able to admit the wrongs that we did, and the punishment that came with those wrongs. That you find in Deuteronomy. I'm gonna pull it, but having your spirit know that the sins that we committed, and really we brought this all on ourselves, because the Lord was always good to us. Yahweh was always good to us. Even Yahweh Shai, when he came, the things he did for us, the sacrifice for us, for the nation, has always been good to us. Chances after chances, many chances after chances we were given, you know. So it was really just a question that came to my head. It was like, what's not good to you? Dealing with, you know, women in the world, and they say a lot of different things about you. And the only reason I bring up woman, because the man is the head of the woman, the same way Yahweh, the same way the Lord is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is the head of man. So really it's kind of the same relationship. And women to say a whole bunch of bad things about you after they're done with you, or after you're done with them, but you always ask them a question, but wasn't that good to you? And if you really a righteous man, they always have to answer that truthfully. Like a big thing about these women, and they don't want to be down with a man having multiple wives, even when a man's good to them, even when a man is righteous, and it's truth, and he treats her good, like an Israelite woman's supposed to be. They still right now during this time, they still act like they don't want to be with you, because you might have multiple wives. You might be a brother that desire to have multiple wives, and you sit down to tell them, and then when it all ends, you like, but wasn't I good to you? It's the same thing with Yahweh. He was like, wasn't he good to us? An example with King David. He's always been good to us. It's us that went off. And that's why the 2/3 gotta go. The funny thing about that is me and one of the ox, we be talking a lot. That's one of the things he always say, man. He always be like, man, the 2/3 gotta go. And I'll be like, I agree with you, they got to go. You know what I mean? So the thing is like, the Lord always been good to us. I'm gonna pull an example right here. Everybody know this one with King David. 2 Samuel chapter 12. I'm gonna just start at verse 7, right? And Nathan said to David, thou art the man, right? But this is the point. Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and delivered thee out of the hands of Saul. So, the Lord, dealing with King David, he delivered him out the hands of Saul. And if you read that story, then King David was on the run for his life plenty of times, just barely escaping by the skin of his teeth, kind of like how the elect gonna be during these end times. We gonna barely be escaping by the skin of our teeth, and ultimately salvation is we're gonna be delivered out of here by the skins of our teeth. Just barely make it, scarcely. Verse 8. And I gave thee thy master's house and thy master wives into thy blossom, and gave thee the house of Israel and Judah. So he said, Lord said, I gave you the house of Israel and Judah, but not that I gave you the master wives into the blossom. So the same King Saul that was trying to kill you, I gave you his wives. And you gotta look at that. Like, King Saul probably had the most beautifulest woman that anybody has ever seen. When you're a king on that level, the wives that you're gonna take gonna be beautiful. I'm talking about stunning. And not just stunning, they're gonna be great wives. They're gonna be able to take care of things at home that you need them to take care of. He a king and stuff like that. But give you motivation, be down for you, not have a problem with you having multiple wives. always be there for you when you need him, he gave them to King David, and he said, then I give you Israel and Judah. He gave him northern kingdom, southern kingdom, gave him complete dominion over that, and then keep going. And if that had been too little, if I would have moreover have given unto thee such and such things. He said, if that was too little, all the things that King David had complete dominion, if that was too little, he said, I would have gave you more if that was too little, whatever, pretty much whatever King David would have asked for in righteousness, the Lord would have gave him, and I have related to that because, I was sitting down during these end times, and I know what's going to go on. I know we're going to be like pilgrims. I know brothers are going to get beheaded for the truth. Brothers are going to get locked up, tormented. Some brothers going to be out there living in the wilderness. We're going to be all over the place. And I had to come to the conclusion to myself, like, even with it ending, whichever way it go, I got to be a faithful servant to the end, because really my life is for this truth. I transformed my life from being in the world when I was in the world to being in this truth. This is what I live for, is this truth, the Akim, my people, and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Hashem Shai gave me a second chance. Everything when I was in the world, Yahweh's always been there. When I was in the world, anything that I would ask for, even if I was just in the world and I necessarily wasn't the truth, the little things that I thought I had to have just to have some type of gratitude, the little things that I asked the Lord for, he delivered them to me. I asked him for this, I asked him for that, little small things that don't matter no more, and everything that I personally, my personal thing, anything I ever asked the Lord for, he always gave me. Or put me in arm's reach where all I had to do was reach out and get it, or put me in a position. I'm talking about every single thing, I had it hard coming up when I was younger. My mom, she got us out of there. She got us out the hood, She moved us to some nice areas, and started raising us and stuff like that. So I kind of, my childhood growing up, I kind of had almost like a hybrid. I kind of had both. I had both worlds. I had, when I was younger, probably all the way up to 8 or 10, living in the hood. That's a decent time to be living in a hood, decent age. To get to know everybody, and then our mom lived us out of there. So then I got to see, Esau living rich, because we wasn't living like super rich like them, but we was down the street from them when my mom finally, she was a stand-up woman and got us out of there. So I got to see both worlds, but being around Esau and seeing Esau be super rich, that opened my mind up to, okay, there's more. So I wasn't one of those kids that was just trapped in a trap, because I seen that there was more because of my mom moved us there. So I will always reach for more because I knew there was more, because I seen it. But then I knew where I came from, because I spent a good majority of time of my life in the hood too. So I kind of had the best of both worlds. Probably why, probably led me to this truth. Well, everything that happened in my life has led me to this truth, and everything that the Lord gave, everything that I asked the Lord for, just like King David, he gave me everything that I could think of. Anything that I could think of that I had wanted, I know that even if I don't have it, I could have got it, or the Lord put me in there. And then it came a special point of time in my life, going through a lot of different suffering, seeing a lot of people around me, lose their lives, be locked up and stuff like that for long periods of time. I'm talking about like close people, like brothers and fathers and stuff like that, going through all these things, it came upon a time where I asked the Lord, for the truth. I asked him, I was lost. I was like, what's the truth? What is the meaning behind this whole life thing? Before I even knew anything about the truth, what's the meaning behind this? What's going on? Like, I never was into church. I always knew that there was a Most High God, and I always talked to him, prayed every night before I came into truth. I never went off into no different type of religion, none doctrine. No, I came straight into the truth. Almost like the Lord set me aside into this truth. That's why I took the name as Kadash. Holy meaning to set aside. It's set aside for God. Brought me straight into this truth, and because I asked him, I was like, what was the meaning of all this? What am I supposed to be doing? I need some type of leadership. I need some type of direction. It wasn't that many men left around standing when I got grown. that could lead us, So I never really got that leadership. My mom raised us because my father was in and out of jail, So I asked for some leadership. I asked for, the Lord to take me under his wings, and he brought me in his truth. So that's one of the big things, the biggest thing I asked the Lord for, and he gave to me. So forward, trying to keep it going. So just like with King David, he said, and if that had been too little, I would have moreover had given into these such and such things. Whatever you would have asked for, the Lord have gave you. All you got to do is be righteous. All you got to do is follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Right now it might sound like a grievous thing at the bottom, and you're not familiar with it. But just imagine if you had everything King David had. How easy would it be to? And all you got to do is follow the commandments, which is a way of your life, anyways, a way that you've been living. So it's second nature to you. You see what I'm saying? So really, Israel, we didn't have no excuse for why we went off. We were just being wicked, and we got dealt with, and we had to deal with it. And now those 2/3 that still want to be that way, then they're gonna have to go into that lake of fire. As you see the nuke hitting the city. That's what they're gonna have to go into, because they ain't got no excuse. Ain't nobody got no excuse, man. Either you want to be righteous or you don't. I mean, that's what it come down to. Either you're a sinner or you're a repenter. That's what it comes down to. Because anything we ask the Lord for, he'll give it to us. All he said is, look, follow this guide. Follow this guide pretty much, This is follow my commandments, Not just to benefit the Lord. I mean, him giving us these commandments to follow really is to benefit us and to run this whole earth that he created for us in righteousness. This this level that we're on, right? This dimension that we're in is made for man, and it's made for the Israelites to run this place in righteousness. And that's all we gotta do, and that's what we're getting back to, the 1/3, the 144 elect, But this is Deuteronomy 28, starting from verse 1. And it should come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, right? All of them, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations, man. See, we supposed to be above all nations. See, Esau don't got this choice. Hamites, Moab, they ain't got this option. But Israelites, we got this option. We listen and do all the commandments, we will be set above all nations on earth. And all these blessings should come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto thy voice of the Lord thy God. I'm gonna go through a couple of them. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. And with us, so we finna be blessed in our city, that great city, that great kingdom. This is Esau's future. What you're looking at, that's Esau's city. That's the future of Esau's cities. This right here, what you're looking at. Blessed shall thou be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. So, all our sheep, all our food, the few of our body, our children, we be blessed of all that. Blessed shall thou be basket in thy store, our businesses. Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. When we come in, when we go out, the Lord shall cause thy enemies to rise up against thee, to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. So, our enemies that come up against us, the other nations, they wouldn't be able to take us down, just like with King David, for example. When he was being righteous and he was going to war, he was winning all those. Every war that we had the Lord on our side, we always won. We lose the ones that we didn't have the Lord on our side, you see. And the Lord should command a blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and all that thou settest thy hand into, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. We be in our land, and we be blessed. Anything that we ask for, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, we give it to us. So wasn't Yahweh good to us? Wasn't he good to us? He was good to us. So you gotta ask yourself that question, and you got to answer. And if you're being righteous and sincere about that, then the answer is going to be yes, he was good to us. So we got to take that iniquity. We got to take that responsibility, accountability for our actions. And I say us because even though a lot of those things happened a long time ago, Israelites are still being wicked. The majority still being wicked today. That's called the 2/3. But we are our ancestors. We are our fathers, reincarnated regeneration. If you got ears to hear. So really, it's us. It's us. Now, us that's waking up to this truth, being righteous, maybe we were righteous Israelites back in the day. Maybe we was prophets back in the day. But these 2/3, like the brother Mananata, I'll be butchering the brother name, Manantazak. Like he said, the 2/3 gotta go, man. They just gotta go. Look, if you're a 2/3 watching this video, you gotta go. I mean, you're going to come back as a newborn baby in the kingdom, but for right now, you got to go, man. Because y'all don't want to get it. Y'all want to lollygag. Y'all ain't doing no videos. Y'all not coming out the camp, man. Look, we got a couple brothers down the camp. Man, we should have 100 brothers down at camp. At the times we living in right now, the things that's going to happen, the things that you see with the COVID-19 shutting down the whole planet, we should have 100 brothers at every camp in every city. Brothers should be lining up down there talking about, man, what's going on? This is the truth, man. We rocking with y'all. We all coming together, but we ain't got that. That lets you know that the 2/3, y'all gotta go, man. Y'all gotta go because y'all blocking our blessings. The Lord said we follow these commandments. Y'all don't want to follow the commandments. The Lord said we follow the commandments. He'd give us anything we want. Wasn't he good to us? Yeah. Is he still good to us? Yes, he's still good to us, man. Because we deserve to go through the things we went through. We needed to go through the things we went through in order to get right. And 2/3 still don't want to get right. Man, y'all got to go, man. I mean, at the end of the day, there has to be some accountability there. You see a brother post a scripture breaking down swine. What's that? Leviticus what 11, the dietary law. You see a brother break that down. He'll post a little snap, a couple verses, post it, and then he'd go and break it down and say, yeah, when it says swine, that's talking about pig, no bacon, no pork at all. And you would kind of scroll past that on your timeline. You would sit there, you would go back to it, you would read it, because you really didn't want to read it, so you would scroll past it, but something was just calling you, so you would scroll back up, and you would stop, and you would read it. You would have one eye closed, one eye open, and then you would read it and say, no swine, no pork. You know damn well that you got in the oven, on top of the stove, you got some hot dogs cooking right now, and you're reading like no swine, no pork, and then you think about it, and then you would just keep scrolling, and you get on it and be like, man, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna come around one of these days, and then you go downstairs and you eat the pork, man. Come on, man, you ain't getting no excuses, man. Ain't no excuses, man. We gotta bear our iniquities, man. So if you want to end up like, standing in a window looking outside, like this woman is right here. On the screen that just went by. Keep doing what you doing, cause that's where it's gonna get you. You see how she crying? That's Esau right there. That's how Esau gonna be looking when those nukes start flying over here. Everybody who took the mark of the beast, who took the microchip, the implant chip, that's how y'all gonna be looking, man. See, if I catch myself in a situation looking out a window like that while a nuke hitting the city, guess what I'm gonna be doing? The opposite. I'm gonna have a big smile on my face. Cause America's going down, man. This coming. They telling y'all this coming, man. This Esau looking out to his future. You gotta deal with it, man. Repent. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Salvation to the elect. Shalom.